So in today's speech, I'm going to inform you about the history, the origin, and just about the word and the meaning of the word boat. So whether it be a carnival cruise, maybe a weekend on the lake with your family, or maybe you're an angler like me, we've most of us have been on a boat before, or some sort of vessel that we've crossed water in. Um, Today I want to teach and talk about um, how it's more than just a single word and how it might have transformed the way we live today. And you might be surprised how much a simple boat or the simple word boat has affected you. So, the French word bateau once stood for boat. That's the Old English Norse. And most of us cross the water on a boat, whether it be our great, great, great family members or just some line in our heritage. We used a boat to get where we are today. And the first boat dates back to, I believe, it's over 8,000 years ago by the ancient Egyptians, and they didn't have aluminum boats or fiberglass boats, but they actually had a boat that they made out of. It's called a papyrus plant. What they would, they hollow out the inside of them, and they call them dugout canoes, and they use these boats to go up the Nile River and the other rivers where they live to get food for their families, kind of like what we do today. So, the majority of the population that are in the United States, besides the Native Americans, got here by boat. And if you traced it back far enough, you'd be surprised to how you got here. Maybe your people came by boat. So, but today now is we don't use old wooden dugout rafts or canoes or little little rafts like that, but we've transitioned more into a fiberglass or aluminum type hull. And most boats, we use oars. They used oars, paddles, sails even, but now in today's time we transferred more to a motor to propel the boat forward. So in 1971, Willie Illingworth decided to make a more stable boat that he could get out on bodies of water with, and wooden boats just wouldn't cut it. Over time they would leak. It wouldn't working out. So in 1972, he created the first fiberglass boat, and it took a while to get it down, and but he ended up making it and producing them and putting them on the production line. And he also made um, aluminum boats too by 1972, and it went by, it's called a 12-foot dinghy. So now looking at it, 50, 60 years later, we have 30 to 35 different brands of boats out on the market. So it's really changed the way that we go on the water today. So, and lastly, so next time maybe you're out on the water with your dad, or you're kayaking with your family, or you go on a cruise, maybe just try to look at the way the boat's made, maybe admire how big it is, how there's a big motor on the back pushing you to where you need to go instead of paddles or oars or sails. Think back to the canoes that they had, or the rafts, or the hollowed out tree trunks that they made boats out of. Boats have transformed the way that we live today. They've affected how we got here. We use them for a great recreational use and a way to travel. So I hope now my speech informed you a little more about them. You feel like you've gained some knowledge about it, and you're just more knowledgeable on them. So I encourage every one of y'all to go get out on a boat.